Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yesterday, we went to occupied Jerusalem. I wanted to go to Al-Aqsa. This is where originally Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam intended the Qibla to be. I really wanted to see it. So we got through border control relatively smoothly, or it took a long time. We've entered into the city. There are armed IDF soldiers everywhere, talking to people, grabbing at people, stopping people. And so I went to one of the checkpoints to enter, and they said, you can't come in. Gave no reason. So we asked some Palestinians, and they gave a different entrance to enter through. So we come to this entrance, and I walk up to the soldiers and say, oh, can I enter? And they say, oh, are you a believer? And I say, alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim. They ask a little bit about my background. I say, I've been a Muslim for 5 years. I say that I'm from Britain. And he takes his assault rifle, points it at me, straight in my mouth, and says, recite Al-Fatiha. Obviously a very terrifying moment for me. But you know, I start Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, and I go through the whole thing. And then he goes, okay, sure. But do you love Israel? And I'm like, what? And he goes, do you love Israel? And I'm like, well, I mean, I just got here, I don't really know. And he goes, well, do you love Israel? And I'm just kind of looking at him confused. And he says again, do you love Israel? And I go, mate, what are you doing? And he goes, if you don't love Israel, you can't come in. And at this point I say, you know, is this kind of some contingency, you know? Do I need to say I love Israel to get in? And they say, yeah, if you don't love Israel, you can't come in. And I just kind of stare at them blankly, and they say again, do you love Israel? I shake my head. I walk off. So I wasn't allowed in, and they decided to point a gun at me. For what? I looked around, you know, this is a brief thing that happened to me. I look around, there's hijabi sisters being grabbed at, pushed around, shouted at, harassed, constantly, for no reason. And you see this stuff in the news, but when you see it in real life, it's totally different. I'm here, look, in amazing luxury right now. I had to experience this for like a day. There are people living there, and they can't escape, and they can't get out. And that's the people in Jerusalem or Tel Aviv or Haifa. What about the people in Gaza? Staring down the face of an assault rifle like that was genuinely horrible. It was terrifying. I'd presented my British passport before they pointed the gun at me. So if it's that dangerous for a British tourist, imagine how it is for the people who are living there, the Muslim people, and the Muslim passing people who visit there as well. So I asked lots of people, what was your experience trying to visit Al-Aqsa? And lots of them said the same thing. They were asked, do you love Israel? Some people decided to say, yeah, I love Israel, so that they can get into Al-Aqsa. And I respect their decision, especially under the pressure of gunpoint. No one knows what they're going to do in that situation. For me, I thought about it, going to Al-Aqsa. It's not like going to Mecca or Medina. It's not like Umrah or Hajj. So I thought it's not worth it. It's not worth it for me to say, I love Israel. I couldn't live with myself saying that to them, giving them the satisfaction when they were trying so desperately to humiliate me, as they tried desperately to humiliate so many people in that city. I couldn't say it. We traveled 5.5 hours to get there, and we didn't even get in. It was very disappointing, but Allah Azza wa Jal clearly didn't want me to go in that day. And I learned a lot about the realities of the occupation over there, and it certainly gave me some perspective.